Hasan is being roasted by Hutch and Lonerbox over what they claim is a pattern, boosting aggressive online accounts to fight his battles while he stays hands clean on stream.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
On the other hand, Asmongold, the Roach Queen, again brings up the Emir situation where she was receiving backlash, while Sneako, Andrew Tights 2.0, is throwing gasoline on the fire by making fun of Hasan and making dog noises.
Ah! Go shock your dog! You're a view butter!
Hutch and Lonerbox are accusing Hasan of signal boosting extreme Twitter accounts that relentlessly harass anyone he dislikes, creating what they describe as an outsourced harassment machine.
They're basically online terrorists. Like,
they are.
That's the best.
No, these people are. They absolutely are. And I'm glad that people are now collectively standing up against it.
The idea is that instead of directly attacking critics, these hyper-online accounts swarm targets for weeks, months, sometimes years, dragging up old clips, out-of-context quotes, or outright fabrications. So, it isn't about insults, it is about how misinformation spreads when large creators amplify obsessive behavior without accountability, all while claiming moral superiority. And here's the clip where Hutch even calls them online terrorists.
They're basically online terrorists. Like, that's the best analogy I can come up with. They will just nuke the fuck out of an entire community.
Asmongold enters the conversation by pointing out how this behavior spills over onto creators who aren't even political. He references the backlash against Emiru, someone known primarily for gaming and cosplay, who was pressured and harassed for not taking political stances.
I think that the crash out over Emiru not talking about ICE was kind of a turning point for a lot of people, where a lot of people saw that and they were like, this is fucking retarded. Like, why are these people acting this way? And now I think that type of behavior in that community is much more hated.
That movement became a turning point for many viewers because it exposed how neutrality itself can be treated as hostility online. So once you're on the wrong side, these mobs don't disengage, they remember forever. You could post about breakfast 2 years later and still get dogpiled over something unrelated. Then comes Sneako. So Sneako is roasting Hasan for view botting.
Yeah, they're showing no documents at all, so I don't know how to.
You bot!
I don't know how to judge the.
You're a view botter! You're a view botter! You're a view botter! Ah! Ah! Go shock your dog! You're a view butter!
A quick recap, a mysterious channel run by British people appears with massive viewer counts, hurling accusations at Hasan and Asmongold alike, offering no evidence but creating viral chaos. But they glazed Sneako, so Sneako jumps in loudly and roasts Hasan with a dog sound from his soundboard. XQC reacts by demanding AI analysis of on-screen presence of Hasan's dog Kaya before and after the shocking incident.
Chat, can we get an AI to scan how often the dog was on the spot before the incident and after?
Not even an hour in a job.
At this point, Twitch moderation is nowhere to be found, sponsors are probably sweating, and the audience is left wondering whether live viewership numbers means anything at all. The bigger issue underneath the noise is hypocrisy. Hasan positions himself as anti-harassment and anti-misinformation, yet repeatedly defends allies while dismissing critics with insults or personal attacks. When a political figure makes an awkward, tone-deaf attempt to sound relatable, linking intelligence to identity, Hasan rushes to defend the statement, reframing critics as bad faith attacks while simultaneously mocking individuals who disagree. This is where viewers start noticing a pattern, moral standards that shift depending on who's speaking. If a political opponent or disliked creator says something questionable, it's a proof of deep-rooted malice. If an ally does it, suddenly it's new and sour. The same goes for harassment. When it's coming from his orbit, it's minimized, ignored, or reframed as accountability. Critics argue that this selective outrage reveals how influencer politics isn't about principles, but power, reach, and protecting the brand. Asmongold responds by openly mocking the obsession with viewer counts, pointing out how insecure the entire debate sounds.
Okay, great. You're actually the #1 streamer. Everybody's actually watching you secretly, and everybody that watches me isn't real. Okay, great. Now, can we finally move past this now?
The constant back and forth over who has real viewers exposes how some creators treat numbers as validation of worth. If you're big, you matter. If you're small, you're disposable. And that mindset trickles down into fan bases, encouraging dehumanization of anyone without clout. At the end of the day, this isn't just Hasan versus Asmongold or Sneako yelling into the void. It's a snapshot of what happens when online influence goes unchecked, harassment gets outsourced, misinformation spreads faster than corrections, and moral consistency collapses. Twitch watches it all unfold, seemingly powerless or unwilling to intervene, while audiences are left to pick sides in a drama that rewards outrage over truth. If there's a lesson here, it's this: when creators build communities on tribalism instead of accountability, the platform becomes the battlefield and everyone loses. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.